there are three stages on the subject of emerging, on the subject of becoming, right? So we have the first stage of awareness, the second stage of relationships, and then the third stage of community. Now, each of these stages needs you to understand the principles there to operate properly, right? It's just like you wanting a drug prescription from a doctor without going through diagnosis, right? So you might be at the stage of awareness, you might be at the stage of relationships, and you might be at the stage of community, and each of these stages has their principles, right? So for instance, on the subject of financial literacy now, for awareness, the idea is different. So there, you are not supposed to be thinking of what to invest into. You're supposed to actually, first of all, come into the knowledge of certain principles, like, okay, certain definitions first, like profits, margins, portfolio, cash flow. All of these little definitions is what you should first of all come into awareness of, not asking which of the stocks is rising or which of the area of real estate should I jump into. No, at this particular stage, what should come first is a clarity on the many financial instruments. Okay, this is how this works. Okay, this is how this works. Why? Because you are still in the emerging stage of awareness, right? So when you leave that stage, you come into a place where we now have financial conversations properly, and that's the stage of relationships. This is where you now begin to meet people and form circles. Now, this circle does not necessarily mean that they are now the private circles that give you investment ideas. You don't still get deals in this place. What you are still served is product. So what your idea should be in the stage of relationships is not even ownership. It's in capital appreciation. So here you are now building, okay? I should now focus on how can I increase my returns in a shorter time and sell off certain things that are now becoming a liability, right? At this stage, it's not wealth preservation, it's wealth creation that should be your conversation here, right? And then there's now the third one, that's to do with community. Community is when you now have the private circles, and here a lot of times it's on equity financing. So all of this is to let you understand that you might not really need the media for this thing. Yes, and a lot of times it's best mentorship comes in, relationships, partnerships, right? Because these things will help you to decipher your stage in emerging. And when you can now decipher where you actually are, you can now apply the principles of that particular stage, and you just watch yourself grow, right? So life is in stages. Learn to decipher or to become aware of your own stage, and then apply the principles of that environment.